I'm going to be talking about my experiences in foster care from what I can remember. Um, I went to foster care with my siblings after I got pulled away from my parents, which was like my mom and my stepdad. I remember going into foster care thinking, everything's gonna be okay, but I was still quite scared. But I went in there with my sister, and my half siblings were put in separate rooms from me and my sister because we aren't, fully related. So that's just the way that they do it in the state of Nevada. But I remember doing a lot of field trips and getting to know other kids in the foster care. It's just crazy because when you go into foster care, there's lots of like bunk beds, and they, help you with your daily routines. And I obviously can't remember like certain aspects, like how the food was or anything like that, but I remember riding bikes. There was like lots to do outside because that was one of the main things that they let you do. And then uh, I had a social worker that constantly would try to, you know, ask me what happened when I lived with my mom and my stepdad. So there'd be a lot of um, doing artwork with the social worker. But of course, at the time, I didn't know what she was doing. But now, as an adult, it's like they can figure out meaning through your art. Um, but I remember getting lice when I was in foster care. When you're around like so many kids, you're more prone to get it, you know. And my sister did too. I got visited by my mom and my stepdad like once, but also my social worker did say that my mom had to sign her rights over. Um, it was a very uncomfortable situation for me um, because of everything that I'd gone through. You can look at my other videos for clarification, but me and my sister, because we're biologically related, we were sent to a home together, and my half siblings went with a different family. And I remember that when we lived in this home, this lady was named Mimi, and she had other kids there. Some had problems. One had behavioral problems. The other one was more of a runaway and would have the cops after him constantly. My sister had behavioral problems, but she's mentally handicapped. And then there was me, and then that's pretty much it. The lady was Jehovah's Witness, so we would have like Bible studies, and I remember there'd be like we couldn't just eat whenever we wanted. We had a certain amount of food that we could eat. Um, we constantly had to do chores around the house. Like, I kind of almost felt like I was just there just to clean her house because she would always go on like vacations and they would be like Hawaii and like other like crazy vacations, crazy expensive vacations. And then she would send all of us kids to different places so then they could watch us. Um, I don't really remember going to school in Vegas, but I'm glad that part of my life is over, even though I can't find my siblings. It's like heartbreaking, but I guess life moves on and I just have to keep going. And it's have just have to accept that's just part of my life.